everyone. Welcome to another episode of Daily Energy. I'm your host, Aurea Eden. Good blood one means good, blessed, and wonderful. It is my way of greeting. Now, today's energy is centered around the new, the fresh, the revitalized, everything that you would do around a new moon, around a new beginning, around the beginning of the year. This is what you would do today. You would attract and bring in the new. You will manifest and proclaim it to happen. You would think as though it is already so, and you will act according to that. Now, although we are in this new and fresh energy, there are other things that manipulates this energy. And one of the things is the need for adjustments as challenges arrive. And you may have noticed this happening over the last day or so. Some things come up and you're like, why is this happening? And the reason why it's happening is because we're manipulated by the moon. And the moon, it heard you when you said you wanted to do this at the new moon. But it is also a realist, and it's like, okay, well, you want to do this, but it's not always going to be rainbows, sunshine, ice cream, peaches, and cream. You see, there's going to be challenges arrive. And so this is the time to go back to the drawing board, see what works and what doesn't work, see what's holding you back, and release. And this could be people, places, or things that you would need to release. This song that stuck in my head today is one that I used to hear my dad, who was a quartet singer, singing. And they were saying, come along, my friends, come along, get aboard and ride this train. Nothing on this train to lose, everything to gain. Come along, my friend, come along, get aboard and ride this train. Nothing on this train to lose, everything to gain. So this is about going. This energy today says go. Regardless of what's getting in your way, keep going, don't stop. Get aboard and ride that train. But understand there's been people that started this journey with you that are not going to get on board, and they're going to not ride the train with you. Some of them are going to be scared to move ahead. And these are the people, the places, and the things that Spirit is encouraging you to release today. You can't take everybody with you, and you can't take everything with you. If you see people getting on a train, sometimes you see them carrying a suitcase, because they know that carrying too much would have weighed them down. You can only carry so much. And so this energy today is about letting go of what it is that you cannot carry. Because if you try to carry more, then you will only harm yourself. I told one of my clients today, I said, baby, you're tired. And she's older than me. But I said, baby, you're tired. And I said, you know why I know you're tired? Because at this young age, I have been tired. She said, I'm depressed. I said, I know. You're depressed because you're tired. Now, y'all know I ain't no medical doctors. This is for entertainment purposes only. But you're looking at somebody who suffered, and I'm going to call that thing past tense, from depression. You're looking at somebody who was afraid to leave her house. You're looking at somebody who was falling asleep in closets just to get away from it all. You're looking at someone who tried to commit suicide and take themselves out. You're looking at somebody who was homeless. You're looking at somebody who experimented with drugs. You're looking at somebody who done been through it. Okay? So I know what it's like to be tired. And I was telling her, I said, baby, you're tired. You done worked 20 years at that company, and they still don't appreciate you. You done raised grown children, and it seems like still don't appreciate the things that you do for them. You done loved this man 10 years, and it still seems like he's not ready to propose and commit to you. You're tired. And at some point, you got to say, come along. My friends, come along, get aboard and ride this train. Those who want to rock with me, come rock with me. Because I know I'm going somewhere, but where I'm not going is back. We not doing that. You see? So come along, my friends, come along, get aboard and ride this train. So this is energy today is about self-love, self-care. You reflecting and trying to find a way to make it work. Okay, because there was a time to where it did not work because there was adjustments that needed to be made. And now is the time to make the adjustments. Okay, make the adjustments. Seek wise counseling. Seek wise counsel, especially if you're feeling depressed, you're feeling bogged down. It helps for some people. It does. It helps for some people. But some people that got a calling on their life, this Western system don't work for the spiritual needs. I'm telling you this because sometimes this Western system tries to tries to suppress the spiritual needs. And sometimes you got to let that thing flow. You got to let that newness and that freshness flow. You got to use your intuition and your discernment and listen to spirit. And listen to God. So the Western medicine sometimes don't work for that, but that's not for everybody. And so make the adjustments. I see an emotional time here because people are being stressed out, but complaining about it ain't gonna do nothing about it. You have to actually do the work. Go back to your drawing board. There's problems coming up. Yes, indeed. But know that you have what it takes to solve those problems. You know what I'm going to tell you, right? Ask and it shall be given. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door shall be open unto you. You asked. You asked, okay? That's what manifestation is about. It's about asking. It's setting the intentions. You have set things in motion. That's asking to me. Now you got to do your part. You got to seek. And a part of the seeking, when you're seeking while you're waiting, there's problems that's going to be arise. There's problems that's going to arise. And so now you got to find the what? You got to find the solutions to these problems. And you got to be resilient. You got to be resilient. And it's difficult. Now, I want you to know if you're working outside of purpose, that's why. If you're working outside of purpose, that's why. That's why it's not working out the way that you want it to work out, because God is trying to get you in alignment what it is that you are destined and purposed to do. I was thinking this morning how some people, they try to work in other people's offices, but they don't do their best job in those offices. You see what I'm saying? Your best work comes in the difference that you were created to be to make that difference. That makes you cold. I got a big ego, right? I do. But here's the thing. What makes me cold is I know that there's people in this world that can't hold a candle to me when I am purposeful. Do you hear what I'm saying? When I am purposeful. There's people in this world that can't hold a candle to you when you are purposeful. They can't see you. They can't be in your presence because you're purposeful. And your purpose is not that I think that I'm better than them. It's not that you think that you're better than them, but it's because your purpose is not there with them. They want to stay where they are in the past, but your purpose propels you forward. And that's why you can't take everybody with you. And so they're jealous of you, my friend. Yes. Because you're purposeful, but they can't hold a candle to you in your purpose. Meaning, They can't dim your shine, meaning they can't snuff out your light, meaning they can't be in your presence long enough, or they shouldn't be. But sometimes we try to bring those people who are not working in our best interest along with us. But notice how I said, come along, my friends, my friends, my friends, come along. Come along, my friends, come along. Get aboard and ride this train. My friends. See, notice how I call you my friend. See, I bring my friends with me because I know that my friends mean me good. See, people who are for you, they're going to be for you. But people who are against you, baby, you want to let them go. You want to let them go. I can't make this stuff up. You want to let them go. Because if you don't let them go, that will be that weight that's trying to pull you down and hold you back. If you don't let it go, that will be that weight that's trying to pull you down and hold you back. That's why you're tired. That's why you're tired. Because you're trying to hold on to some of the stuff that the divine is trying to cause you to let go of. And we're not just talking about people. We're talking about things. We're not just talking about that. Now understand that it's not people that makes you happy. You are unhappy because you don't know who you are. You are unhappy because you're unfulfilled. You are unhappy because you're unfree. You are unhappy because you're not being purposeful. So these things that come up that require you to make these adjustments is to help you free your mind. Free your mind and the rest will follow. Doom, doom. Okay. But yeah. I said, free your mind, okay? I ain't even finna try to sing that. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh. Yeah, all right? So, free your mind. That stuff will bog you down. So that's why you're feeling stressed, because you're not being your best. You're not living your best life. And your best life is your authentic, purposeful one. Trust me and believe me. I know what I'm talking about. You're going to be able to go to infinity and beyond, on. You're going to go where people thought you could not go. You're going to do what people thought you could not do. You're going to become that very thing that people told you you were never going to become. Do you hear me? But you got to start being. You got to start doing. Okay? And you got to start listening. Okay? So today is a good day to listen to wise counsel and leadership. Today's a day of philosophy. We're going to see a lot of philosophy coming up in the energy. And I see new things coming here. You know, I have seen this shift in the energy because, you know, I read energy. So come back and listen to my daily predictions video. Because I got like a 90% or so success rate, you know. The stuff I say come true. And so I see this shift. There is a shift in the atmosphere. I see this shift in the atmosphere. I see things working in your favor. But my friend, you gotta go far enough to get your blessing. Because your season, it has changed. I see it working out in your favor. I see it working out. I see it working out for your good. for your good. I see it working out. See it working out in your favor. My friend, it's gonna work out for your good. Do you believe that? My friend, it's gonna work out for your good. All right. So you just gotta keep going, okay? Because I really do see it working out in your favor, but you gotta act like it's already doing it, okay? You gotta align, get in alignment. You know, people look at me and they be like, girl, you got a big ego, but you ain't, who are you? I don't know you. You got how many followers? Like, girl, I don't know you. Like, why you talking like you this big, bad stuff? And like, you know, people know you. Because I know myself. That part, okay? I know myself. See, I know who I am. I know what I'm capable of. I told y'all I know what God done told me. You better know that thing. What does it say? So as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Oh, I think I'm her. Because there was a time that I didn't know that I was her. I think I'm it. You better know that about yourself, friend. Yeah, you got to have your ego in check a little bit. You just be like, okay, right. Ego going on somewhere because we don't want you here right now because you causing problems. But sometimes you can be like, come on, girl, because you it, girl. You it. You it, boo. And if you don't talk yourself up, then you're going to listen to everybody else that's talking you down. Okay? And I believe it because Spirit said I can back it up. I'm telling you. Okay? So it's about your perspective. It's about your perspective. If you're seeing yourself the way that those who don't like you see you, that's a problem. Because you are viewing yourself as the enemy. And your key to success is confidence. See, when you're not confident, you'll go cower in the corner. This is not that time to go cower in the corner. This is the time to free your mind. This is the time to step into your purpose. This is the time to step into your calling. This is the time to speak it as though it is so, although you cannot see the evidence of it being. That part, okay? This is your time because it's all gonna work out in your favor. Okay, so if they don't want to come with you, that guess what? The train is going to go on without them. Don't miss your train trying to hold on and wait on somebody else to get on board, baby. Come along, my friends. Come along, get aboard and ride this train, my friends. If you ain't riding, guess what? You ain't gonna stop nothing. I'm gonna make the adjustments that I need to make. It's just gonna create more room for me because I might have bought 2 tickets and I'm the only one that's going. But guess what? I'm gonna get on that train and ride anyways. You know what I mean? Get on that train and ride anyways. Don't miss your train, friend. Okay, so perspective, put things into perspective. It's happening to you, but it's happening for you. It's happening to you, but it's happening for a reason. This is an opportunity. It's not a setback. It's an opportunity for you to better the situation so that if it comes up again, you'll know what to do. That's why these challenges that come up in the world, these tests is to help you become what? Wiser. Affliction brings wisdom if you learn the lesson. So I started making progress in life when I started viewing everything as a test. Everything is a test. Everything is a lesson. I was like, okay. Now you trying to tell me something here. What is it that you're trying to tell me? Let me see what you're trying to tell me, Father, because I know you're trying to tell me something. And look, some people are going to be trying to judge you based on what they think they know about you. They don't know you. They don't know you. They have not even met you yet, okay? They have not even met you yet. They don't know you. So who cares about the opinions that they have of you? They don't know you because you have not started living your authentic self. You have not started living your authentic life. You have not stepped into your purpose, your calling. So they don't know you. They know the you that they thought they created. And some of them, they might know you to be a monster because that's what they created. They thought they created a monster. They wanted you to be wicked and evil. They wanted you to be mean and nasty, Queen of Swords, narcissistic energy. They wanted you to be bitter, and they wanted you to go back and forth with them. You ain't finna do that, friend. Okay? You moving on from that situation. You're moving on to relief. You're moving on to hope. So regardless of what's going on around you, baby, be rooted and grounded. Okay? Be rooted and grounded. Sink your roots in deep so that when you're tossed to and fro, all you begin to do is dance. You just begin to dance in the wind as it tries to blow you every kind of way, baby, knowing that I cannot be moved, knowing that you cannot be moved. Okay? Be resilient. Be resilient. Resist the temptation. Resist the challenge, because you're going to be able to draw in a new beginning. You're going to be able to taste and see that he is good, but you got to go far enough to meet him. Okay? I love you, my friend. Gubla One. Hearts go out. You get a heart. You get a heart. You get a heart. Hearts go out. Hearts go out. Bye.